double check my phone here to make sure that I'm catching everything. Yep, I see us on our phone, and I'm waiting for it to pop up here. Okay, I think we are ready to go. All right, happy Monday, everybody. This is our first chance and time that we have taken the opportunity to use Facebook Live and Zoom to the Community of Women Minister group. So my name is Amanda Box. I am a connections minister in Jackson, Mississippi. I work with Meadowbrook Church of Christ. And Becky, you can introduce yourself.
I'm Becky Burroughs, and I am the outreach minister at Highland Oaks Church of Christ in Dallas, Texas.
All right. So first of all, we just want to tell everybody that we are here for a specific reason. Becky and I have a project that is called Leadership Bootcamp for Women in Ministry. That's this group.
Yeah, and I first want to say that this particular Facebook group, this community of women ministers, has provided such an amazing community for many of us with resources, a place to vent, a place to connect, and most of all, to be validated and accepted. And I just want to thank you for that.
Yes, there have been many days where I have been in tears. And I come straight to this group asking for prayers or just for understanding, and you have been so generous in that. And I want to personally thank you for that. And I'm sure there are many days to come where I will need you again. What you might not know is that in addition to being ministers, Becky and I are both coaches. Becky is a professional coach specializing in leadership, transition, and conflict management, and I am a communication coach. I help people talk to each other, whether it's one-on-one, in conflict, public speaking, teams, whatever it is. I tell people that I'm the communication evangelist, that I help people talk to each other so you can do your real job. It's never the work, it's always the people. Between us, this is a big number. It's hard to say, Becky, but between us, we have over 60 years of experience in the corporate world as well as the ministry world.
It's a big number. Yeah, and something that we know as women, as professionals, and as ministers in the Church of Christ, it can be hard. And we also know the value of having good coaches to help us navigate the many difficulties of being a female minister, which you may or may not know is a support that men in ministry have had access to for a long time.
So this Leadership Bootcamp for Women in Ministry is an opportunity for you to get a couple of really seasoned coaches who understand your world, because that's our world. And we've also been in the corporate world our entire careers too. And our main objective is just to help you be the strongest leader that you possibly can be, and to tackle those communication issues that can drastically improve your skills and your credibility. The credibility is a big deal.
It is. So here's how it will work. We'll form a group and we'll meet together once a month via Zoom for 2 hours during the lunch period. During that month, we're going to work together as a group, forming community, and also each woman will get some one-on-one coaching from Amanda in communication and from me in leadership. And you'll be able to schedule this at your convenience.
I am a client of Becky's. She's my coach. This is basically how we came up with this idea, is that we were just sharing our worlds. And we were like, hey, I think more people can really benefit from this. And I can tell you that within a couple of sessions, I went from, well, I think these things need to be done. I think I can do this, to I'm ready to go, either get on my team or get out of my way. Let's go. I really removed a lot of barriers. And so even though we can all name the systems, and by systems, we mean our own church dynamics, we can name the people, and we can probably name a few other things as well. But the things that prevent us from becoming the leaders we can be are often internal. The things within us that causes blocks for us. The lies we've come to believe about ourselves, then, those things can leave us feeling stuck. I know I definitely felt that. And sometimes we just feel like we lack the power to change anything because we're in this very big system that is new to us in some ways, being leaders. And in coaching, Becky serves as just such a positive encouragement, voice of wisdom. And she has definitely equipped and empowered me to live into my full gift of leadership. And I've noticed that, in any other part of my world, I'd say all worlds outside church, I didn't really worry about it. I was just full steam ahead. I had one speed and it was all out, all open. But in church, in this system, because in some senses we're still being allowed in, then it's a whole different ballgame. And it really causes me to question myself a whole lot. Just because of this, I don't have to explain it to you. You already know about all of that.
Yeah. What Amanda did not mention, in addition to her experience in the corporate world and in ministry, she's got many years teaching at the college level. And so what she knows is that what you say and how you say it has a huge impact, not only on your credibility, but on your leadership and your confidence. And let's face it, for us as female ministers, most of the time we feel like we're walking on a tightrope anyway as we navigate what traditionally has been such a man's world. And building up your confidence and your communication skills can really, really be helpful. So what Amanda does is she provides some seriously practical structures for thinking through certain communication issues, as well as a ton of what she calls pocket phrases. So you're prepared to handle, those tricky situations, like when you're the only woman in the room in a ministry meeting or in an elders meeting, or when you're dealing with conflict. And having that toolbox of communication skills can give you the confidence you need to handle pretty much any situation.
Yeah, those pocket phrases are clutch for all of my clients because I find that just helping people start the conversation with something professional and polished to say keeps all those emotions in check so that you can articulate your emotions rather than being, out of control emotional. And so that just kicks the ball down the field in a way that adds to your credibility, really deals head on with those issues, and you know how to do that. And so having those pocket phrases handy and being able to kind of anticipate how to handle those things is such a key issue. You'll find in the title here, this live session, a link where you can register. But right now we want to go into the nuts and bolts of how this is going to actually work. First, Becky did kind of a precursor to this, I guess, about a year ago, and she said, "Hey, I'm trying this thing. Do you want to try it with me?" Yes, me. I will try it because I'm isolated here in Jackson, Mississippi, being a female minister in the Church of Christ. And I always joked about it wouldn't have mattered, whatever we were doing, I was going to be a part of it because I'm a little needy, needing some friends here. But the idea here is to keep this community really small. In this boot camp, which the group sessions will last 4 weeks, and we're taking the first 6 people who complete registration. And again, that registration link is in the title of this live session. And so we want to keep that small because the community part of it is just as important as the instruction part of it. So we're going to schedule these group sessions, which are 2 hours apiece, one every week around 11 to 1, right, Becky? We're going to do it during the lunch period.
At Central Standard Time.
Yeah. Okay. And so in that time, we're going to allow time for community, and we're going to allow some teaching time too. 1 hour for either. 1 hour definitely isn't enough time for both. And so we want you guys to make friends, to build support, because that's just as important as anything else that we do. I think our longevity, our burnout rate really depends on the support that we can get from other places like this Leadership Bootcamp. So one of the first things that we're going to talk about is we're going to identify some trouble spots that you have, and we're going to really learn some concrete tips and tricks for your own credibility. Because what happens there is once you begin to be able to handle those tricky situations, or even just normal meetings where nothing special is going on, but you are communicating with polish, with poise, with confidence, then that's going to, you're going to get that energy back, which is going to actually build the poise and confidence that you need in this job. I think Becky mentioned that we often feel like we're on a tightrope. And that is the case. We are on a tightrope. So anyway, we're going to spend those group sessions with building community, sharing with each other, and some interactive instruction. Credibility, communication, conflict, other stuff that's really upfront and center as we really present ourselves as strong leaders. And so, Becky, do you want to tell them a little bit more about the actual registration process? And while you're doing that, I'm going to be checking our phone in case we have any questions in the comments.
I do. Now, Amanda, I think you posted the brochure.
I did.
Right?
Well, it's in the other post. It's in like the heads up, the live session is coming. That little graphic is posted.
Good deal. So I have to say this because this is so important. I want to give a shout out to Hope Network because this Leadership Bootcamp is being sponsored by Hope Network so that we can keep the cost to you very small. In fact, what we're asking you to pay for this is literally to cover the administrative costs provided by Hope Network. So what you do is you go to that brochure or to the link that Amanda provided. It'll take you straight to the Hope Network website where you can register for Leadership Bootcamp for Women in Ministry. Now, we are limiting it to 6 women. So if it fills up, you will get notification that it's full and that you need to contact me, and my email is provided, and let me know that you want to be placed on a waiting list. Also, if you know that you're interested in doing this, but you just can't do it during the time we're offering it, because we're offering it from October 14th through November 5th, I think. I don't know what I did with it. It's the 4 Wednesdays starting with October 14th. That's when we're offering it Central Time between 11 and 1, I believe, on Wednesdays. If you can't do it during that time, but you know you want to do it during the future, go ahead and email me and we'll get your name on the waiting list, because our hope is to do this again and again and again as needed and build as many communities as we can. And it is really important to us and to Hope Network that we provide women in ministry encouragement, support, community, equipping, empowering, whatever we need to do this really difficult yet very important job that we have. And so even though it's a calling, we still need each other. Women need women. It's a fact. So we really hope that some of you will be intrigued, that you will be interested. If you want more information, again, go to that brochure. My email is there. Shoot me an email and I will respond to you as quickly as possible. Anything else, Amanda?
Yeah, I just wanted to provide a couple of details about the individual sessions, because we have the 4 group, which will be the 2 hours group, community and teaching as well. But then in the individual sessions, you'll have 2 with Becky and 2 with me. And in those sessions, we are your coaches. Wherever, and I would say to start wherever your trouble spots are. Like I feel anxious here. I need to know how to handle this situation. Naturally, those will be the glitchier, more awkward ones, the ones that are probably maybe pre-conflict or full out conflict. And we can work together on whatever you want to work on. Usually those places are obvious. If they're not, then we can figure that out pretty quickly. And also, Becky, did you have anything else to add about the individual sessions?
Well, pretty much what you said.
Okay.
We are your coaches, and so you drive the individual sessions. You tell us, whether you're meeting with me or whether you're meeting with Amanda, what you feel like you need to work on, areas of growth that you would like to experience, and we will tailor those sessions to what you want.
With my clients, what I do, if I'm getting them ready for an interview, if I'm getting them ready for a presentation, if I'm just in general working with people, then there's a lot of back and forth. Let's try this out. Okay, let's practice this. No, I don't like that. There's just a lot of back and forth. And I had something in my mind. I also wanted to tell you that the individual sessions, they do not have to all be completed within that 4-week block. We just find that community works a lot better if the group is meeting at least once a week, so we can establish cohesion and just kind of keep the cohesiveness going within that month. And then we'll see, what next steps are. This is our first time to offer it like this at all. So we know we're going to learn a whole lot more. We'll know a whole lot more at the end of that 4 weeks than we are at the beginning. And like Becky said, we hope to offer it again if this is something that we feel has value and that has accomplished something positive in your life, then we definitely want to offer that again. And that's why we're keeping the cost as low as we possibly can. Did you go over the details of that, Becky?
I did not go over the details of the cost. Very simply, you would be paying $300 for all of it. So each one of you would be getting 12 hours of work.
Which breaks down to
about $25 a session.
Yeah, $25 a session. And big thanks to Hope Network for that, because their scholarships are allowing you to only pay $25 a session. And that is crazy low for this much instruction, and quite frankly for what we charge other people that are not women in ministry. So we just, we're trying to do this because we see the value in our own lives. While you're saying anything you want to, Becky, I just want to go to the comments and make sure that I'm not missing something, because when I'm my own tech person, multitasking is not my forte. So I'm going to go here and see what's going on.
Okay, so the rest of you, if you ever do something like this, pair yourself up with kind of a techie person like I have, because I'm in Dallas just waiting for her to do all the things, and she's taking care of all of that. So I appreciate her and the fact that she can multitask. I also appreciate the fact that I'm getting to do this with Amanda and with Hope Network, because it is going to be fun. So the first 6 women that want to sign up, do it quickly, because I think this is going to fill pretty quickly. This is a need. As I'm talking about it with my ministry friends, they're getting excited about it. I really think this is something that women are craving. We need each other. We want community. And so let's see what happens. So the first 6 that sign up, and then after that, put your name on a waiting list, and we'll let you know after the first of the year when we can do another one. Anything else, Amanda? We were ready to say goodbye.
I think we're ready to sign off. I just want to say thank you to this group one more time, and you guys are doing amazing work. So let me thank you on behalf of all of the people that have no idea what it's like to be you. We do. Becky and I do know what it's like to be you. And so thank you for being the trailblazers that you are. Thank you for being the encouragers that you are. Thank you for having absolute spines of steel. Thank you for the great work and how you're allowing God to use you. I feel just so privileged to be a part of this group at all.
Amen. Thank you. Hope to hear from you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.